Switch Game Room reveal. So let's start by talking about my game room. First thing you're gonna notice is gonna be the Amiibo kiosk, which I acquired in exchange for trade. So it's always a good thing to always get extras of stuff. That way you can trade for. Next thing is my Walmart accessory cabinet for the Switch that's still in stores now. Has LED lights. I made my own custom little strip there to kind of showcase all the different systems that have been released. I kind of mainly turned this into my GameCube sealed controllers and some other sealed controllers that I have. Some sealed booster packs of Pokemon as well. There's my Smash Bros. That's the only one that I've bought in that special edition. And all the other ones, they look cool and all, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money. Although I did get the Pokemon Light special edition, and then I got a custom made Charizard Game Boy Advance from a guy over in Russia. Can't remember his name right now, but he's a really cool guy. He set me up. It's really nice. You got the lunch boxes. Then I got the 2DS XL, 20th anniversary Pokemon. Now these little bad boys down there, those are the Mario Pikachu and Luigi Pikachu still sealed in box. It's crazy how much in value those things have got. I mean, I paid like under $100 for both of those boxes. They're easily going over $300 now, I think, each. I mean, some of the cards, the full art cards themselves are going for like almost $200 now, which is crazy, but I'm glad I got those. Oh, come on, focus. Oh, it's trying to focus over here. There it is. Yeah, I got that. And then, I got the Smash Bros. Special Edition. I got the Nintendo Online, NES and Super NES. Then up top, I have all the Legend of Zelda amiibos. I'm a big Zelda fan, so I've been collecting a lot of the rarer ones. And then I also have a lot of the little signs that they had at the store, like Zelda, the Pokemon, Smash, Mario Kart, Odyssey, Pokken DX, ARMS. Up top, I have some figures that I have sealed, or an amiibo in that case, and some of the Club Nintendo stuff that I've been able to find over time. And then, some amiibos that I've liked to collect over time. Some of the amiibo cards. Down here, I have some, special editions that I've acquired that I found the Breath of the Wild Master Edition locally here. Crazy thing is I only paid a little bit above retail for it, which is crazy, so lucked out on that. Some Pokeballs down there. And those there are all my Nintendo Power magazines that I haven't been able to kind of display properly. Maybe at some later time I will. And then recently I got a display case from GameStop. One of my friends got one. He actually gave it to me because he didn't know what to do with it. So I said, give it to me. I'll figure out something to do with it. So, I got all my Game Boys in here that I've collected over time. I'm a big AGS 101 fan, so I have all three variants of the standard models. And I have as you can see, the Pokemon Center version of Pokemon Center Japan only of the Pokemon that was only released. And then that one there is a custom, the yellow one that I made myself with the backlit screen, the Game Boy Live, and then a custom Game Boy Pocket shell that I made a while back. And then some of the Game Boy Micros, a lot of the handhelds that have been released over time that I've kind of been able, that I will use, so I have them there. Then down here, I have a lot of my either sealed or open box stuff that I've collected, because I'm a big handheld fan, so I kind of put them all down there, set them up Tetris style, which is really cool. And then if you go further back out here, I don't know how to set up my wall with posters and stuff, so I collected a lot of the 30th anniversary Hot Wheels back in the day. I'd see them in stores, I'd pick them up. So I had some duplicates, but at least I made at least one set. I have one set completed, so I was able to kind of set them up with little pins on the wall. It looks pretty cool. And then I have some other kind of figures and store posters that were in stores whenever these games were being released. And then down there, I actually have the 3 posters that were released for the 2017 World Championships. You see that little stamp on the corner. I love the Xenoblade Chronicles 3D poster. I think it's amazing. I love the game. And then, yeah, Majora's Mask, super awesome. Love it. Love that with the little Majora's Mask. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, there's some glare, so you can't really see it. You see a better close-up so you can kind of see where the stamps are for those posters. And I kind of put figures in between it. Had more Hot Wheels around there. And then up here, I'm a big NES Remix fan, so I have a poster. And then down here in Texas, they had the tournaments, and right before they thrown all away all the posters, I managed to snag one there, so it kind of showcases what the event was about. Zelda. And then when I was in Japan, I snagged some of these 3DS faceplates. The Charizard one, I just took out another Smash Brothers and just put the Charizard in there. It looks really cool to display. You can even see there's a little tags there for how much yen I paid. 2,010 yen. So just under $20 for it. Here, kind of, there's gonna be some glare, but here's some. I'm a big Pokemon card collector. I've kind of stopped since, but I got a lot of the Evolution stamp cards, the CD promos, some of the full arts. Down here is more of my Charizard collection that I've acquired. I have a little bit more, but these are the ones I want to display. Some of them are not as rare, some are, but I even have a first edition Dark Charizard. So I'm a big Pokemon collector. Then recently I got this, Link's Awakening poster from GameStop. It's a huge poster. It's like 4 feet by 2 feet, something like that. Then I got Mario there with his headphones, just jamming out. Yeah, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, so I kind of figured a way to put it on the side of there, the kiosk. Now this bad boy is huge. It's a 4-foot Walmart Nintendo Switch Kiosk. All my games are down there behind the question blocks. All the controllers for all the systems are in the question blocks and the plugs. You can see there I kind of have my consoles that I'll play. Once the minis came out, I really just decided to make my collection smaller. I grew up with Super Nintendo, but a lot of those games are pretty pricey. So I said, you know what? Just mod the Super Nintendo and NES, put all the games you need, and you're good to go for now. But I owned all those games at one point, but I was limited on space, so I got rid of a lot of those games. And then up here, there's another Walmart display case that I acquired. One was local and one was up north. I paid a good amount of money to get it shipped from like Tennessee, I think. But it was really cool. So I put a lot of my collector boxes in there. All of my Club Nintendo CDs are up there. Some boxed Nintendo DS Lites. And then some other signage I've acquired. I found the Pokemon sign online. They only go for like about $100. I thought it was cool, so I bought it. And then my sound system, of course, you see there's my receiver. And I got these 2 sound systems, speakers, towers. They're amazing. Sound amazing. I love it. Down here, I got my Wii set up on the side. Some Switch games there. That down there is just a Ray-Ban box with lights. It turns on and it lights up. I just ended up putting up Nintendo signs all across it. I need to get rid of the genuine thing there. Probably block it out somehow. And then this is a Casio watch display that I got at a Sears that was closing out in my area some time ago. So I kind of use it as my open box amiibos. I have more, but they're in the kiosk. And then my Club Nintendo posters for Smash Bros. Big Smash Bros. Fan. Some of the Mario figurines that I've won at the Crane Games. See, I kind of did a little bit of printed out some signs, some Zelda stuff on the side of it. But if you look down below, you can Probably see where it says Casio there on the side. And I got a bunch of those metal Nintendo signs that I've collected. And then here I have a bunch of boxes that I've collected for the games that they display inside the stores. I kind of put some figurines around there. And then this is the Walmart variant kiosk. I've completed it. When I got it, it didn't have the Pi. It didn't have a TV, so I custom made a bracket. I just bought a TV mount on at Walmart and then custom fitted on there, drilling some holes, and it came out, I would say, pretty good. And then I had to find the Pi software, which I did find, thankfully. So now it's back to complete like if you were at Toys R Us. So you press the game, you select the video, you select it, and it automatically starts playing the video. So pretty cool. You just click home to go back, and then it starts making all that noise. Up here, I have some figurines. This is like a candy Mario. This is actually a Club Nintendo. I think it was in Europe or Australia. I can't remember where, but you can't see it. There it is. Club Nintendo. They only made about 1,548 of them. Found one open in box on eBay. Got a good deal on it, so I bought it. It's really cool. Little collector piece. Yeah, I got some Pokeballs, the Let's Go Pikachu stuff. And up here, this is a Best Buy sign that I somehow I found it online. Bought it. It's a huge sign, really thick plastic. Best Buy, they had this for a long time. Now they have a different sign, but I've only seen about one or two out in the wild. So I don't know how many of these were salvaged, but luckily I was able to find one. I backlit it. Now, what I did is I used MDF, but right now you see some of the lights falling out. The adhesive on these LED strips, I guess, isn't too good, so I'm going to have to see. I kind of had to figure out what I was doing as I went along, so I'm probably going to have to redo this. I just did it this way for now just to display it, but I'm probably going to put some kind of thin wood, plywood on the side, and then sand it out, put some putty in it, fill it in, and probably paint it all red to make it look good and close it up. But you can see it's a bunch of LEDs that I wired in. I have to probably redo it the right way. I just kind of did it fast to kind of get an idea of what I was doing. Here is this came from a Shopko from up north. So down here where I live, they don't have Shopkos, but it's the same thing that GameStop has. And down there is a bunch of the Walmart stuff, magazines and stuff that I've been able to get locally here. But this is a GameStop variant. It's a little bit taller, has a different base than the Toys R Us model. Toys R Us sat on a gondola at the store, and then they were secured to the gondola. This kind of sits on its own. It's very hard to make it fall. This one is complete. The other, the Walmart one is missing the kiosk unit, but it's just a Switch retail with some custom firmware installed on it. It's complete. It has the Labo on the side. Has all the controllers. It has the kiosk unit in it. So this is what you would see in stores. This was on the Walmart one, but I put it on over to this one. I think this version of the kiosk is back a little bit before 2018. Well, like maybe October 2018. I'm trying to figure out, but there's different versions of the kiosk software. I think when they installed these first, some of these were designed to be manually updated, and so this one never wants to update continually. Like I've never seen it want to try to update. So it's a very stable firmware that I like because it loads up. I've seen others that they're always constantly trying to update, and it messes with trying to turn them on and off. And you turn it off, turn it on, it gets stuck on this boot loop trying to update. But this one that I have here, it's always very, very stable. So whenever you want to turn it on and play whatever was going on at the store back in 2018, this is the build that it has. It has all these games. The ones that have demos will say there. I mean, it's basically a Switch stock kiosk. Switch stock. It's a stock Switch, but with special firmware installed, and all the games are on a 64 gig SD card. If you take the SD card, it only plays videos, but so you can play videos here, play games, whatever you want. So here you push the button, it starts telling you about a game. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and then actually, when I got one of these kiosks, I was cleaning one out, and something came out, and which I thought was cool. So I ended up getting this case here to put it in, but I found a some kind of demo GPK only, so it must have the context of the OS, but if you put it in the unit, it doesn't do anything. So I wonder if they have to have some kind of special device or inputs to go into kind of maintenance mode and update these kiosk units, but it has the software there. Never been able to figure out what to do with it. And also I found one with a binder, so kind of just to kind of cover with the binder. I met the guy and I got it signed here, but here's some brochure stuff that they had, and it kind of covers how to pair your Joy-Cons. If anything, this is only that covers the kiosk. There's nothing else in here. Everything else is just kind of just marketing material for it. We're not gonna show it, but it's just there. It just covers different things like hardware, software, amiibos, new games that are coming out, type things. So it kind of covers a little bit of each game, just so the store employees know a little bit about the game, so they can sell you the game at stores. So I got the binder, which is pretty cool. What else? Oh yeah, here is there's all my Pokemon card collections, tons of cards that I have. And then I ended up finding a 3DS kiosk. Now it had the Pikmin stuff on it. I have the Pikmin translite on there. I have it stored away, but I had found a Smash Brothers one, and you see how it still has Pikmin stuff on the bottom ones. I haven't been able to find Smash Brothers stuff that go for the bottom ones, but this is just a store. I mean, a regular retail unit. You know, it's the Pokemon. You know, Sun and Moon. It does have a special cartridge in here to play the Smash Brothers demo version. You can find them on eBay. You know, they're not too expensive, like 10, 15, 20 bucks. So I have some of them. This is just the cover that goes over it. You can take this cover off, and there's like these 3 big compartments. I have the keys for it, so you can unlock them. You can store stuff in there. Here's some Smash, some Smash amiibos that I've collected over time. Here is actually a very interesting piece. This is a Nintendo 64 sign, but it's double-sided. So it has Nintendo 64 and PlayStation on the back. I'm a big PlayStation fan as well. All my PlayStation stuff's in my living room. I mean, it's just simple stuff. I don't collect as much as for Nintendo, but yeah, I have that. A lot of my figurines are there. And yeah, so apparently I've been told that apparently Nintendo didn't like that it had PlayStation on one side of them, so Toys R Us was told to get rid of them. I ended up finding this locally for a very good deal. So, I mean, I don't know how much they're worth, but I keep hearing that they can be pretty pricey. Now, what I did with mine, since I have a gondola to set these up, I put like little store display blades there. Here's Metroid and then Luigi's Mansion. I did the same thing with the Amiibo kiosk. I put these little magnetic things that grab onto the side. So there's Mystery Dungeon DX, and then in the back of it I have the Mario Maker one that I have. And on the other side I put Mario Maker 2. So I like to figure out how to make it look a little cool or add a little distinct touch to it. I also have the Mario Maker 2 GameStop poster, huge. Like I said, it's like 4 feet by 2 feet. What else do I have? I think that's it. I mean, I have tons of more posters, but there's nowhere to put them. I mean, I've collected tons of posters. Just to kind of show you, if I go here, see, I have other posters that I've collected. Oh, there's my PS4. I kind of removed it. I played guitar for a bit, but yeah, I have tons more posters, like huge posters that were for GameStop or Toys R Us that I just don't know where to put. So I'm gonna have to start figuring out how to set this up better, or else I'm gonna run out of space here soon. But I think I got it where I want. And then, as a result of how our world is today, my office now is in here. This is the only room that I can have privacy. I have I have family, so I've kind of turned this into my office / gaming room now. Working from home, got a huge setup here, really cool. First video done, but it's really cool to be able to kind of show off what I've been able to find, things that I've been able to collect, and like to hear your input or things that you guys have found. It's always cool to be in be in this community. I've met many people in my local area that are collectors and stuff, and it's been really fun kind of getting an idea of what people collect and what kind of interest they have. And it's really cool. You might find something that they're interested in, but that you have and they don't. So it was always good to work out some good deals. But yeah, this is my game room slash display room of all my Nintendo stuff that I have. Um, I have I have a Wii U kiosk too that I wasn't able to display in here, but maybe I'll show that in our next video. Wii U kiosk that I've been able to acquire recently. All right, have a good one.